So, I thought to myself, what's a talent that I can do that doesn't involve a guitar? And I realized that one of the things I'm good at is lying to people. And realized that that's usually not something you can be proud of. But being a teacher, lying is like crack to me. Because the minute that you tell a kid that something like that's just not true and they believe you, and then you're like, no, I'm just kidding. Like, the look on their face, it's just so good. You should try it sometime. The next child that you see, lie to them. Just lie. So, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give a little bit of audience participation here. So, I'm going to tell you guys 3 statements. 2 of them will be true, 1 of them is going to be a lie. What I would like you guys to do is to take your clickers and to click in the number that you think is the lie. So if you guys can get out your clickers, you got my message on the city, right? Oh wait, that's right, I don't know how to use the city. So no one bought the clicker. So we're actually just going to hold up fingers. So it's actually what I do in my class. So if you think that the lie is number 1, hold up 1 finger, and I assume you guys are U of I, you can fill in the rest. So let's go to the next slide. So which of the following, it should actually say things, not quotes. True story, this happens in my class all the time because I don't proofread. And I'm also really tired. Which of the following things did not happen today? Number 1, the Central Science Olympiad team won 2nd place at a regional tournament. Number 2, I spent $200 on pizza for students today. And number 3, I was given sulfur hexafluoride and I inhaled it to say Star Wars quotes. Which do you think is not true? Okay, looking around the room, I actually see a pretty good spread of 1, 2s, and 3s, so this is pretty good. Actual retail price is number 2. I did not spend $200 on students. I do not have $200. But the pizza cost $115 today, and I was like, guys, it's pizza. Let's go to the next one. So this one, I'm trying to be culturally relevant. Dennis Rodman. Did anyone see this? Yeah. Terrifying. Which of the following quotes is not true from an interview with Dennis Rodman following his trip to North Korea about Kim Jong-un? So let's look at number 1. He loves power. He loves control because others, dad and stuff like that. But he's just a great guy. He's just a great guy. Number 2. He is 28 years old. He's very humble. He's a very humble man. And number 3, basketball, he showed me his court, straight up dunked it. Unbelievable. Which one is, and the worst part is 2 of these are true. Which did Dennis Rodman not say in an interview? Let's see the fingers here. Alright, so this one, I'm seeing a couple 1s, couple 2s, mostly 3s. Survey says it is in fact number 3. But number 1 and 2 are true. So go home and see it because it's crazy. But, let's go on. Let's look at number 3. I tell my students that if I see them in 10 years, I'm going to say, hi, how are you doing? I'm going to shake their hand, and I'm going to ask them what are the 3 parts of an atom. And if they don't know, after having me in chemistry, I tell them I'm going to punch them in the stomach. So I thought I should ask my mom, because her son is a chemistry teacher. She should know the parts of the atom. So which of the following is not a part of the atom my mom thought was real? Is it, number 1, a neutron, number 2, a portron, or number 3, a zootron? Again, 2 of these are true. So let's see those, click in here. Let's see what you guys think. Alright, see a lot of 1s and 3s, a few 2s scattered around. Survey says Mootron. Mootron was not one. She was given the hint that a lot of them end in tron, and so she guessed glutron, portron, and zootron were the 3 parts of an atom. Don't tell her I told you that, but she said, I don't have to care, it doesn't affect my everyday life. So, get you right there. Let's see the next one. Alright, so embarrassing stories. So, let's see, which of the following is not true of my childhood? Number 1, I vomited at least once in every class, every year, all the way through high school. Let's see number 2. I went to Panera so often the manager knew me by name and gave me a discount. And number 3, I once peed myself in a Jewel-Osco when I was around 10 years old. Which one do you think is not true? Alright, so I'm actually seeing an overwhelmingly amount of 2s here, so this is good. Survey says, number 1, I stopped vomiting when I got to high school, but up until 8th grade, I've vomited every year in class, and I don't know why. Number 2, I went to Panera every Monday around the same time, and I worked for the Chicago Tribune and collected their newspapers, got my lunch there every Monday, manager knew me by name and gave me half price. It's really nice. And then number 3, I was shopping by myself at 10, my mom dropped me off, I was supposed to fill up the cart, didn't know what to do because I had a cart full of groceries. So I was trying to pay for them real quick because I didn't think you could take it into the bathroom and didn't know what to do and just peed myself right there in the checkout. Was wearing gray sweatpants. When you are wearing gray sweatpants, there is no hiding anything. But I remember thinking, oh good, no one knew. So clearly, the cashier and the bag person did not make a face enough for me to notice. So I thank them that they did not scar me permanently. But looking back, they had to have known or smelled. So, goodness. So let's look at the next one. Personal possessions. So people that know me actually will probably get this one. Which of the following, and of course Phoebus, who lives with me and had to move all of my stuff earlier last summer, probably knows all of these. Which of the following is not something that I own? So let's look at number 1, a Coca-Cola vending machine. Number 2, a 30-year-old preserved paddlefish in a jar. Or number 3, a silver yo-yo from the 1920s. So let's see, what do you think I don't own? So which do I not own out of these things? All right, again, I think you guys might know me a little well. It is, in fact, number 3. So I did own one earlier, and I sold it on eBay for $50, and my uncle got it at a garage sale for $2. So that was a nice little, American picker story there. But I do own a Coca-Cola vending machine, and it's not plugged in right now, and I do own a 30-year-old paddlefish in a jar, which we got at ISU playing a game called Bigger or Better, where you start with a penny and you keep trading and get better things. And we ended up with that. So we won. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and those live in the Mississippi River. Like, who knew? It's weird. Which of the following is not a country that I have worn a banana costume in?
Oh my gosh.
So let's look here. Number 1, Haiti. Number 2, Mexico. Or number 3, Jamaica. Which have I not worn a banana costume in? Again, some of you were there for all of these. So really, it's 3, the only clear choice. Well, I have a couple of pictures then, of course. First one here is in Mexico when we took the most, perilous road trip I've ever taken in my entire life. And I had a handlebar mustache at the time, and then shaved it because I figured if we were building people's houses, we should be presentable. There with Dave and Phoebus in 2010. In Haiti, in the next one, I was excited. I actually got a picture of me in a banana costume in front of a banana tree. And it just made my day. And I also, students fundraised and bought a laptop for Haiti, and I actually got to log in and be the first person on Facebook in the village of Grimaldi. So that is, excellent. And then finally, I have not been to Jamaica, but I did go to the Bahamas. And so here I'm at a shark research facility and actually got to touch a shark, a lemon shark, while in a banana costume. And then, of course, had to do that picture, because if you're on a boat, why not? All right, going over time, so I'll try to talk less. Historical agriculture. Yes, which of the following is not a national treasure that I have worn a banana costume in front of? So let's look at number 1, the Grand Canyon. Number 2, Niagara Falls. And number 3, the Lincoln Memorial. What have I not worn a banana costume in front of? Let's see your fingers. All right. Again, okay, this is one I think I tried to be funny at and it didn't work. So you guys got it. A lot of you got number 2, Niagara Falls. So that is not a place that I've been to, but I went to Niagara Falls before the whole banana costume thing happened. So that is not one. But here's a picture of me at the Grand Canyon, which this looks photoshopped, but I promise you it is true. It's just that when you're at the Grand Canyon, everything looks photoshopped. Like it doesn't look real. And then here's me at the Lincoln Memorial. I actually got to do a week-long internship at the Goddard Space Center, and we took a day going around DC, and it was 103 degrees that day. And everyone, this is the first time I've ever done it, and people were like, no, keep it on, we want a picture. And so there are many pictures of banana costumes in front of Lincoln Memorial that I have no control over. So that's exciting. And then I think this is the last one, then the next one. Classroom management. As a teacher, you always have a good story. I feel like anyone in the medical profession always has a good story, and anyone that works with students or young children always has a good story. So which of the following is not real from happening in my classroom? Number 1, a student stole another student's pacifier, and they were running around the room. Number 2, a student yelled, "Mr. T wrote balls on my paper" for no reason. Or number 3, a girl leaned into a Bunsen burner and lit her hair on fire. So which do you think did not happen? Alright, so I want to thank you guys because you thought that there was still a shred of human decency in this world. A lot of you picked number 1, but it is in fact number 3. So number 1 is real. So one of my students, and I will never forget her, had a pacifier until junior year. And just one of those things. They actually, though, it was part of a behavioral intervention plan. They weaned her onto the pacifier because she sucked her thumb, and then by senior year, she didn't use the pacifier. So high school, it worked. Number 2, a student thought that I wrote the word balls, but it was actually barium chloride, but I have such terrible handwriting that it was BA, and then CL looked like, the C looked enough like an L, and the 2 looked like a Z. And so I'm passing back tests, and that's what he screamed out. So then I had to project it to all the students and be like, okay, I really didn't write that on anyone's paper. You can't actually do so bad on a test that I'm just going to write, well, you know what, kids? Barium chloride. And then number 3, thankfully, no one has lit their hair on fire by leaning into a Bunsen burner, but I did have one kid light methane bubbles on in his hands and then freak out and go, and he lit his hair on fire, so it got out real quick. And he wasn't wearing goggles, and I didn't notice, so thankful to have a job. So I think that might be the last one. I can't remember. I should have prepared better. Oh no, karaoke song choice. So I love karaoke. Let's do it tonight. If anyone wants to after Teardown, of course, help with Teardown first, and then let's go karaoke. So which of the following is not a regular song choice for me when I karaoke? Number 1, Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Number 2, Piano Man by Billy Joel. Or number 3, I'm Sexy and I Know It by Lumifa. Alright, let's see what your choices are. Alright, this was the one I was worried about most, and I actually see a pretty even distribution. It is, in fact, number 2, Piano Man. But it is a fantastic song, and I love listening to it. But it takes forever when you are doing a karaoke. Don't do it. Unless you want to be hated by everyone in the thing, because it's like 7 minutes long. So, I think that one is it. So, out of curiosity, did anyone get all of them right? Yes! Oh, excellent. Great, I can lie to people in large groups. I am talented. So, candy's going to be passed around as your prize, because that is usually how people are motivated. There will be a quiz next Monday, and I will post the answer key online to this, so that way you guys do well on the quiz. But I didn't mean to. I forgot that I put that in there. I actually didn't have time to get candy, so that was another lie.